everybody, Heather again. As everyone probably knows by now, I'm a person with patellofemoral pain, and this second video is about bracing knee sleeves and other tips for managing patellofemoral pain. If you haven't already, please watch the discussion part of my first video, taping technique for patellofemoral pain, because that provides a reason or rationale for trying bracing or knee sleeve products. There's a large number of knee sleeves and braces and straps and such on the market. You can find them in pharmacies and even in the pharmacy section of your grocery store. Many of them are helpful. One that I tried early on was just a simple knee sleeve like this. It has a compression effect also, so if you had any inflammation in your knee, it would probably help reduce that. It just slides right on over your knee, and it's not noticeable under clothing, which was a nice part of it. I actually shortened it a little bit because I didn't need it to go up as high as it did and as low as it did. So I cut it down a little bit, and I have that on this knee. So I'll show you what that looks like. It's not too pretty, but it is not noticeable under clothing. And as you can see, I have my tape still on from the previous video. Another knee sleeve type product that I tried that helped was a neoprene sleeve with a hole cut out in the middle. This one was potentially slightly more obvious under clothing, but for the most part did not show either. And I have that on my other knee, which I'll show you over here. And your kneecap is just surrounded by the hole opening. And as you can see, I can't really notice either of these things, especially if you don't have a tight pant on. Another product I tried was just a strap. Some of them have a tube to put pressure on the tendon. I found that I didn't really need the tube, so I took it out. But something like this just goes right below your kneecap, and this one is called an iMac, I-M-A-K. Just sticks on with Velcro, like that. If you don't have a tight pant on right here, you don't really notice that one either. I found this strap to be slightly less comfortable than either of these kinds of products, but people may vary in terms of whether they find it to be uncomfortable or not. All of these I found reduced knee pain. I like the tape the best because I notice it the least on my knee. I'm not really conscious it's there, and it seems to be the most effective, but the other things have helped. And this last product is a Cho-Pat strap. You can find similar products on the internet, and this I've noticed by comments people have made about this product on the internet that it seems to be pretty popular. So that's another one that you can try. One tip I have for managing patellofemoral pain is using ice. I have several of these ice packs that I put in my freezer door, if I put them in the back of the freezer, they tend to get too cold. Dr. Dye, the orthopedic surgeon and patellofemoral expert I mentioned before, had said that many people with patellofemoral pain may have a chronic inflammation going on in their knee, and he suggests icing 2 to 3 times a day for about 20 minutes. So something like this can just strap right onto your knee. You can also ice after anything that tends to aggravate your knee. If walking aggravates your knee, you could ice after walking, or if you had to do a bunch of stairs, that feels nice and cool. If it was too cold, you could put a cloth underneath it. Sometimes, just to manage my daily discomfort, I might do this in the morning, after work, and at bedtime. Lastly, I've noticed as a woman that unfortunately any shoe with a heel makes my pain a lot worse. I've read that high heels put more stress on your knee joint as well as your lower back. So I've switched to flatter shoes, and I've also noticed that shoes with more shock absorption decrease my pain level. So a running shoe with good shock absorption is probably the best bet, especially if it's a flexible shoe. I've found for the summer these Puma flip-flops, which are kind of squishy and has some shock absorption, are not bad. I have some Fit Flaps. They've seen a lot of wear, but those are pretty good. They have some good shock absorption. I found some dressier flip-flops for nicer clothes. These are from grandcosandals.com. They have pretty beading on them. I have a few pairs of those. And these actually seem to have a little bit of shock absorption. But I don't tend to wear them if I'm going to do a lot of walking. If I do a lot of walking, I try to wear the Nikes. You can put just like a Dr. Scholl's or any kind of padded orthotic in your shoe to help absorb some shock. And put these right in my flats. Or you could use an athletic insert in your shoes. Oops, sorry about that. All these may help reduce the stress or load on your knee. So that is another thing I found that helps. Hope these tips are helpful, and wishing you less pain.